What's going on, MGTOW Nation, Red Pill Nation, Black Pill Nation? This is Renegade number one, aka Feminist Killer. Hashtag Logitorian. Today I want to talk about unattractive men and the shit that they have to deal with. And for most of us, we've seen the video of the man in the bagel shop in New York City. I recently just saw it, and I know this incident happened about a week ago, just over a week ago, actually. And I was really, pissed off about what I saw. A lot of people laughed at that situation, and it really upset me. It's easy to laugh at somebody like that when it's not you. You know what I mean? It's easy to do that because most people in society don't have introspection. They never want to see it from that person's perspective. And I always tell people, you never know what people are going through. And this is how sociopaths and psychos are made. People making fun of this man's height. He's like 5'3". I'm 6'1", so I technically can't relate to what he's going through. But it just made me feel bad. Because hearing him talk in the video, about women not wanting short men on dating sites, you can tell that he has a low self-esteem. You can tell he's been bullied most of his life. You can tell that he's just been through it. For most men who are unattractive, those who are watching, y'all can relate to him. For me, you may have a big nose or, big lips, fucked up teeth, fucked up hairline, big ears, and you've been bullied your whole life. Just imagine into your adulthood, people still treat you like that. And then on top of that, no woman wants to date you because you have poor genetics. And it's true, women do not like guys who have poor genetics. That's the sad part of this reality that we live in. But, to that man, reaching out to him, if he's watching this video, or any of you guys who feel this way, you're insecure about your height, your weight, your body type, or whatever, I would just tell you, remember how they treated you. Take all that anger and channel that into your ambition. Sharpen your ambition. Change your mindset. Become red pill. Go your own way. This is what MGTOW is all about right here. Going your own way. Right now you can tell that man is in a low place in his life, and some of you may be in a low place in your life. I'm here to tell you that you can just forget about those women. Forget about the women that gave you all that crap, who criticized you, who said you were ugly, who said you were hideous, or they couldn't stand being around you. They laughed at your face and shit. People who do that, you should welcome it. There's nothing wrong with being the needle in the haystack. There's nothing wrong with being a standout, an outlaw, because that's what you are. Yeah, you're unattractive, so what? You got nerves of steel. You know what I mean? You can't change your height. You are made the way you are for a reason. Because you're your mother and your father. It is what it is. I'm just giving you the honest truth, man. Like, you just gotta make amends with what you already have. Period. But for everybody that's made fun of this man, you don't know what he's going through. He could shoot up a school. He could shoot up anything. Actually, he could kill himself. And this is what a lot of brothers go through every day. I don't have to witness it. I already know it's present. A lot of guys are killing themselves. A lot of guys have suicidal thoughts or low self-esteem. A lot of them never really had the opportunity to have someone reach out to him. And I'm just here to let any of you guys know, um, if you feel like you're alone and you feel like you have nobody to reach out to, you can always reach out to the league of brothers that you got, this community. This is what MGTOW is about. Reaching out to men and coming together to help fix each other, you know, and just to get to life, get through life not alone. You know, it's hard going through this world by yourself. And this is part of what I'm putting in my book, you know, talking about depression and stuff, because it's the real deal. You know, I've seen some of the guys' interviews after the incident in the bagel shop, and he, you know, TMZ was asking him, was he misogynistic? Does he hate women? Of course, you know, these mainstream media, you know, places, they're gonna ask you those questions. They're gonna try to paint you that way. That's how mainstream society thinks. They laugh at this man for spazzing out on women, and then they shame him about it. He ain't. No one gives a fuck about him. Period. And think about it like this. Flip the script. If a woman was short, fat, or ugly, and we criticize and men criticize her, we'll be getting flack for it. But since he's a man, he's supposed to take the abuse because he's supposed to have a tougher mindset. We are human beings as well. You know what I mean? I looked up the Ted Bundy story. Everybody knows who Ted Bundy is. He got rejected so much, he just went on a killing spree, started killing, you know, all type of women. Because he kept getting rejected. Not everybody can take that. You know, you don't know what people are going through. You know, we've been called names our whole lives, man. And so I always say, watch how you talk to people, because it could be you at any given time. You know, I'm not even in that dude's predicament, and I can feel everything. Because that's a brother of ours that we have to take and bring in, because he needs therapy. You can tell that he's looking for female validation. You know, and he needs to be red pilled. Period. You know, what could I say to anybody who feels unattractive? All you can do is do the best to focus on yourself. I know that sounds cliche. Focus on yourself, and you can talk to us every day. Obviously, my thing is, you should be no fapping, gym, have other hobbies, because when you're lacking in unattractiveness, replace that void that you have with something else that you enjoy. You know, you don't have to feel, don't make it seem like you need females to be happy. They don't want to give you the time of the day because they don't find you attractive. They don't want to give you the time of the day because you're not a certain height. You're not up to their par. Fuck them. I guarantee you, when you start getting money, then they wanna forget about the height. You know, look at Kevin Hart. He's short as fuck. But guess what? He can get pussy because he has money and he's funny. You just have to find a skill. Become adept at something. But even then, stay in your red pill state of mind, because you already know what they're about. They're about your resources. Don't allow them to trick you out of your red pill state of mind. You know, it's sad that we got people, that this world is come to this. You know, laughing at this man. I seen women laughing at him, obviously, in the video. And it just shows you, man, that women don't give a fuck about us. They don't. You can have a man begging on his knees. You can have a man that kills himself. You got kids every day that are going through abuse at home and in school, and they end up killing themselves. All because they were laughed at. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel if you laughed at a man who was short and he ended up killing himself, or he ended up killing people, and you realize that your comments or your 2 cent opinion contributed to it. That's what you got to think about, you know. And of course, this shitty blue pill world that we live in, they don't think about that. They're gonna say some crazy guy who was angry and short, he has short man complex. They're gonna say that about him. They never want to see it from his perspective. He has to wake up every day to that. You know? There's brothers that I talk with today. They don't feel alpha. They feel like they're not alpha enough. Man, we need to learn not to live up to other people's standards. If you're too short, if a female cannot handle your height, fuck her. If she can't handle your weight, fuck her. You know, because at the end of the day, she's all about face value. She's all about the surface. Who gives a shit? You know, looks come and go, but at the end of the day, it's the personality that's supposed to remain when you're young until when you're old. So that's how you know if you really got a genuine individual. When you have a person who's unconditionally loving you. And we all know that women love with conditions. Period. So I want all the unattractive people, all the people with low self-esteem to realize you're not alone. You know, I get called ugly all the time. I don't give a fuck. You know, at the end of the day, you still got a community of men that have your back. You know what I mean? You don't have to feel like people talk to you like a kid because of your height. You can tell that another thing that I observed, the man in the guy in the video, he was very angry. You could tell he was angry, and he was just going through the rage. And I see a lot of brothers doing that, even myself. And that's just something that we have to all come together, consult with each other about. That's all it is, man. So obviously, I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to, bully anybody, because that's not cool with me. I'm a firm believer in, everybody being respected to some degree. That's a grown man at the end of the day. And it's funny. Once he became, known as the Bagel Man or whatever, started becoming a celebrity, women were starting to approach him. That's the sad part about it. Them same women that know damn well they would not fuck with him before that, they wanted to fuck with him. So all you unattractive men who just can't get laid, you're not missing anything. I'm just letting you know. You missing 20 minutes of a nut. That's it. You ain't missing nothing else. So just continue focusing on your hobbies, man. That's it. But yeah, man, this is Renegade #1. I just wanted to make this video, and it's sad, man. Like the video, share, peace.